Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. So today I'll be teaching you on how to draft a basic body pattern, female basic body pattern, okay? And we need the tape, all right, scissors and armhole curve, okay? And this is master ruler. All right, so this is all the things we need for drafting this. So if you are drafting on direct to your fabric, okay, you can make use of your fabric, but I would draft on a drafting paper. All right, okay. So making this basic body pattern, this is the upper body dress, okay? The All right, okay, from the shoulder you measure to the bust point, which is 10 inch, then 15 inch the waistline, as you can see there, then down to the hip point, which is 24. All right, okay, from the shoulder I measure 8 inches. All right, I'm trying to explain this line I have ruled out, okay? All right, so that's 8 inches. That's armhole circumference divided by 2. Okay, let me just label it out. This is one bust point, this is waistline, and this is hip line, okay, so that we know which is which. All right, okay, from we are going to measure the shoulder, okay? Shoulder to shoulder measurement I'm working with is 7 inches. All right, all right, so you measure it down there. This 7 inches I have already divided it by 2 to get these 7 inches, okay? And when working on this, make sure the fabric is folded into 2. All right, so I came down by 1 inch. For female, 1 inch is okay for female adults, then male adults 1.5 inches. All right, so you go down by okay, okay, I'm trying to check the measurement, those line, please. And if you might be asking, why did I go down by 1 inch? You know, this we call it shoulder slope, okay? Our shoulder is not straight, okay? The slanty part is shoulder slope. So I came in on that line, I measured 7 inches to give me the straight line of the armhole. So now I'm going to draw the basic neckline. All right, basic neckline. I went in by 2 inches from there. All right, this is the basic neckline. Okay, you can make it wider depending on how you want your neck to be. So you go down by, I went down by 3 inches. So if the person is of the big size, you can go down by 3.5. So this is the basic neckline. From here you can get your sweetheart neckline. All right, you can get your v neckline and so on, but this is the basic. Okay, remember we are drafting the basic body pattern, okay, the upper bodies. All right, okay, from here we are going to carve out the neckline. All right, the neckline. So using the pattern ruler, I have to carve out the neckline. So that's the neckline. All right, okay, from here, so for us to get the armhole curve, on the armhole curve we'll measure the bust circumference. All right, the bust circumference. So the bust circumference I'm working with is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10. All right, please, if you don't know how to take body measurement, I have a video on how to take body measurement. You can go there and check. So every body circumference, okay, measurement, divide by 4. All right, and you know that my fabric is folded into two. Okay, once you divide it by 4, that's that is 10 inches. All right, so the armhole, you measure the armhole, right? You divide it by 2. Measure the armhole and divide it by 2. From that place, you go in by half inch. So what I'm avoiding, we want to avoid folding at the armpits after sewing, attaching your sleeve to it. Okay, we want to avoid it, not to fold at the armpits. All right, you see some clothes after sewing it, they'll be folding, so we want to avoid it. That's why we went in by half inches. So from there, we just connect it up to the shoulder slope. All right, so this is the armhole. Okay, so from the shoulder slope, we join to the neck line. All right, so if you look at this, we are making progress. This is the up. All right, this is the bust point. Okay, all right, this is the bust point. Okay, so from here, we are going to take the waist measurement. All right, waist measurement. So waist measurement, you divide it by 2, by 4, I mean to say, sorry, you divide it by 4. The actual measurement that you get, you mark it there. All right, so that's the waist measurement. Then here you will you measure the hip measurement. All right, the accurate hip measurement. I'm working with 44 inches divided by 4, which is 11. You mark it. So as I'm doing this, I have not added sewing allowance, remember. So make sure you add your sewing allowance depending on the allowance you like working on. Some will add half inches, some will add 1 inches, some will even add 1.5 or 2 inches. Okay, depending. So can add 1 inch to the sewing allowance. Okay, I'm trying to label it out, okay, to know which line, which line. All right, okay. So in this, we have just seen the back, the front pattern, how it is. Okay, the front pattern. And here, see what we will do. We are going to input the dart. All right, input the dart. For you to measure the dart, get the dart, that is nipple to nipple measurement. All right, please try to check the measurement I'm using. The teaching, the video I taught on how to take body measurement, try to check it up. All right, so this is 4 inches. You open it up by half each. Okay, so that's the waist points. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake on this. That's the hip point. Hip, you just take the nipple measurement, which is half inch, 4 inches. All right, then on the waistline, you take 4 inches and open it up by half. Please take note. Open it up by half inch. Okay, so on the bust line, you take the 4 inches, then you come down by half inch, so the dart will not reach at the bust point. Okay, so we take the 4 inches. All right, okay, from there we take a ruler to join it. Okay, from the 4 inches, from the 4 inches downward. Okay, at so then you connect from the waist down to that point, as shown. Okay, so this is our that. So we'll close it up. That 1 inches have gone. So make sure that the darts you took out from there, you add it up, because if we take the darts, it will reduce the measurement. Okay, 1 inches is a whole lot of inch. 1 inch is a whole lot of thing to remove in the measurement of the cloth. So that's 1 inch. All right. So as you can see the basic body pattern, the front basic body pattern. So the neck, the armhole, and our darts, then down to the hip point. So the basic body pattern. All right. Okay. All right. Now I don't want this video to be long. This is how to cut the basic body pattern, all right, of the female. So in our next class, I'll be teaching you on how to cut the back pattern. All right, this is the front, so I'll teach you on how to cut the pattern, the back pattern. I don't want the video to be long. Okay, so this is part one of it. In part two, we learn how to cut the back pattern. All right, thank you so much, all right, for coming back to watch my video. Okay, stay tuned and can subscribe and keep coming back. Bye bye.